Hello, everyone. This is one and only Acemon X. Thank you very much for tuning in to Acemon Sunday Nostalgia. It's been a good minute. Of course, um, I know it's been a really good minute. Last time I did a live stream of Acemon Sunday Nostalgia. It's been pretty much since last month, and or at least early last month. Of course, I've been pretty much in focus with the very last live stream, which was a special on the 30th anniversary of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. It was a pretty good turnout. We had a few people on the live chat, which was very appreciative. And of course, after that, the archive views were very well. 14 likes, and just wanted to shout out to everyone that it's very appreciative of you guys tuning into that live stream. And if you didn't, and if you watched, uh, the archive of it, it's still very appreciative. Thank you so much for the recent likes, subscribes, comments, and all that other good stuff. You guys are tremendously awesome. Before I get into this, I do want to mention first that I will have a important announcement before the end of this live stream. But first, I want to address something has come to my attention as far as someone within on my friends realm on the Discord, and of course with the Tree Demon section, and of course who has interacted with me as of late on the chat, my good friend Starlight. I want to send her my best wishes, because it turns out her mom has been dealing with some type of cancer. I believe it's blood cancer, if that is what she's dealing with. So, Starlight, I want to send you my best wishes to you and your mom. You all are in my prayers, and I want to wish you my absolute best. So, I appreciate you reaching out, Starlight. I send you my best wishes, and I want to have you and your mom in my prayers. So, tonight, I'm going to do a little bit of WrestleMania, the arcade game gameplay. I know it's already, I believe, about a couple of weeks out. And with that, I am not going to be doing this alone, because, of course, with me on speaker, I have the one and only Bromang Doc, who is a part of the Acemon Armageddon crew. Doc, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hello,
Doc,
everyone.
Doc, I appreciate you so much. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. So to everybody out there, this is the guy who back, I believe, in 2014, around there, along with the Iceman, BY, Jade, and Crazy Des. We all went to an MK meet and greet autograph session, and if you ever got to see one of the interviews that I did, especially with Liam Montelongo, this guy was perfectly responsible for doing a 1 to 2 second video bomb with his cheesy ass self, mind my language. I don't know if Doc, you still remember that moment. And yeah, but nonetheless, this guy, he's tremendous. I'm proud to call this guy my brother, my best friend, who to me is a wise man, and I always go to this guy for any advice. whenever I'm down on my luck, I can always reach out to this man. And Doc, you are incredible, and I am proud to have you on tonight so that we could talk about what happened with WrestleMania not that long ago. And yeah, and to get your input on the event. So while we're talking, I'm gonna try to do some gameplay at the same time. For the record, I'm gonna say that I am no good at this game. I have played, here and there, and the only one that I've played on this game with is none other than Yokozuna. So let's get this thing rolling here. Let me turn on the screen here. Okay. Get some sound. There we go. Okay. Let me turn it a little bit down. Okay, Doc, so let's talk about what happened with WrestleMania not that long ago. First of all, I want to ask you, in your own opinion, what do you think of the two-night events that happened within 3-4 weeks ago?
Well, the first night was pretty good. I liked it. It was fun. The Jey Uso match was decent. Was kind of lame at the end, but it was actually a decently good fight. But other than that, I had a great time with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, for one, I mean, I had pretty much ideas on maybe wanted to do like a live stream, because like lately we've been seeing that there's a lot of people, getting, the spotlight, not, where like they're viewed and they're all into the event, but then we really don't even know if they're actually fans or they're just doing it to get attention or somewhat. But nonetheless, I mean, it was believable to the fact that it's like, it's shocker, or it's, where they like play out to be that, they're major fans of the product and whatnot. But yeah, on that match with Jey Uso versus Gunther, in my opinion, I believe it's been predicated that he was going to win this match, and that it was going to be one of the anticipated matches where we know that it's guaranteed that Jey Uso was going to win it, and he was going to become the World Heavyweight Champion. So I believe that Jey Uso is going to have a tremendous run with this championship, and I hope it's a very good, decent one, honestly, because to me, he's no paper champion. He's got the fans with him, and this is one yeet gimmick, and I say with all hands up high, even though my hands are on the controller right now, playing as Yokozuna, trying to beat the Hall of Famer Lex Luger here. I believe he's going to have a hell of a decent run. It's just a matter of how solid and credible it's going to be. So can't wait to see how this goes down. Doc, any other match that you were into for WrestleMania, whether it be Saturday or Sunday?
Let's see. The women's title match was pretty good.
Okay.
Watching Tiffany Stratton beat Charlotte Flair was awesome.
Yeah, about that match. My take on that match, I guess, honestly, I really expected for Charlotte Flair to take it back, but I guess it didn't went that way. And before the match even took place, I guess a week before that, once SmackDown came to Chicago and they did that segment where they wanted to get all real with their angle. It turns out that Charlotte wanted to sell a bill of goods just to make it as credible as possible. and the Chicago fans that were having it, they were too smart to fall for something like that. And at the end, I felt that segment was small potatoes. And when Charlotte tried to rebound by using Ludwig Kaiser's name at the very end of the whole segment, I'm like, that was a lame comeback. I'm like, I'm not even gonna. It's like I'm not even gonna bother with this. It's like, it just made me lose interest in the match, or even in the angle itself. But at the end, I expected Charlotte to win, but surprisingly enough, Tiffany Stratton kept the championship. And it turns out, I think Charlotte is, I think she could be injured, from what it looked, because we haven't seen her since then. She hasn't been seen on TV afterwards. Yeah, so I mean that's my take on the championship. But the one women's championship that I was into was the triple threat between between Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Io Sky. Yeah, them three, they just knocked that match off the park, man. They were, I was totally into it. I mean, there were spots that even I couldn't believe took place, but at the end, I was like, if not Io Sky keeps the belt, then I'd rather have Rhea Ripley win it back. I had no interest in seeing Bianca Belair take it back. What do you think of that match, Doc?
Yeah, that was pretty good. I wanted to see Rhea Ripley to become the champion again, but what you call it? Io Sky did her thing, and she seen what she needed to see, and she's like, you know what? I'll let them beat the heck out of each other, and I'll take the win easy.
Yeah, and besides the segments that they had beforehand in the previous weeks, they made Io Sky play out like the little sister that shouldn't be involved in this argument between Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. So it's like the little sister's not gonna get ignored. It's like y'all are doing this like I shouldn't be in this. I shouldn't get hurt and all that jazz. It's like, no, I'm not gonna have it. It's like, I'm the one with the championship. Damn straight I'm gonna get involved, and I'm gonna show you guys that I shouldn't be ignored. That's what, in a way, kept me interested, even though it was kind of childish play. But at the end, I mean, it made for good TV because the end result did came out the way that I expected it. Either Rhea taking the championship or have Io Sky retain it. So what other match do you want to talk about, Doc?
I say the triple threat between CM Punk, Rollins, and Reigns.
Oh yeah, most definitely we gotta.
That was a good match.
Yeah, most definitely we gotta talk about that one because, what we just seen in WrestleMania Aftermath just took shape of what this thing was gonna look like now. The match, it was pretty good, and I had some reservations on who I believe was gonna win, but I really wanted CM Punk to get it because that was his first main event for WrestleMania. Either that or Roman Reigns. But with everything that was going on previously, before the anticipation of the match, we were seeing Paul Heyman doing his stuff and just messing with people's minds as to what could be his future along with the tribal chief. And in a way, it's like, oh my God, I just couldn't believe my eyes. It's like Punk and Roman Reigns are no longer Paul Heyman guys because Paul Heyman is not even going to deal with them anymore after what Seth Rollins told him, weeks before this match even took place. And now, after WrestleMania, seeing the Raw WrestleMania Aftermath and shaping up what the future is going to be, and here we're witnessing the incoming of Paul Heyman's new Dangerous Alliance, if I could call it that, or call it Paul Heyman's new guys or whatever. If they don't even have a name, but the way to describe them, it's like, okay, first Seth Rollins, now Braun Breaker. Now I'm wondering who the heck is going to be added into this new regime. But
yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to see.
yeah, because like so far, they're showing domination, obviously, and then of course, recently Sami Zayn became the victim of this new regime. So now we have to even wonder or scratch our heads as to who's going to be added next into this faction. But the match itself that got this ball rolling, it was great. You know, there were a lot of spots that I liked. Punk, Rollins, and Roman, they had a hell of a match, and I really was expecting for Punk or Roman to win it. Even though Heyman was in the middle, and it's like that was the very last thing that we didn't count out, was he just got tired of being in the middle, and he showed his allegiance to Seth Rollins because he was pretty much telling the so-called truth the entire time. So with that, I got to address a couple of disappointments on the fact that now WWE has acquired Penta and recently acquired Rey Fenix, the Lucha Brothers from AEW. I mean, and it's great to have them, it really is, but I really never expected that they didn't got much of WrestleMania moments, because that could have been perfect with the tied up fact that WWE has acquired AAA wrestling from Mexico. That would have been a sweet killer deal of sorts, but at the same time, I can understand why they didn't have much of a WrestleMania moment, so to speak. Because, of course, Penta was a part of a Fatal 4-Way with Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. And, of course, Dominic won that match. Deservingly, I might add, because, you know, this kid already put into a lot of time within the ring with his father, and then, of course, betraying him, and now all this time with the Judgment Day. So, and he wants to keep, I guess, the Mysterio name, you know, the legacy of it. Now with the new generation with Dominic, I get that. That's one side of it. And of course with Rey Fenix, the fact that he came in for Rey Mysterio when Rey Mysterio got injured, for that match to go against El Grande Americano. Now, this gimmick I find a little... I find it insulting. I hear from people that it was kind of racist, and I mean, on that aspect I really don't get much, but I guess with the promos and everything, with the video packages, it's like it's making it seem that way, but at the end it's like, you know, you're giving this whacked out character all the credit in the world for trying to be better than the luchadors, when we know that that's not the case. But to Chad Gable's credit, I gotta say that he's creating a character that he is tough to love, but at the same time is like, can easily, in a way, I guess, can get behind, but at the same time I'm having a hard time actually getting behind this character, because you got some really good luchadors already in the WWE, and they're showing off all the talent in the world because they belong in this stage, they belong in this view. So yeah, that was tough to take, that, you know, Penta and Rey Fenix didn't get their moment, but I believe once they get put together, maybe hopefully by next year's WrestleMania, their weight is going to be worth it for them to have one hell of a WrestleMania moment. I mean, so in a way, singularly, they didn't get it, but I hopefully believe once they get put together, hopefully that gets done next year or soon. That wait will definitely be worth it. I don't know how you feel about that aspect, Doc.
Yeah, I think that just give them a little more ring time and everything else, and they'll do it. But like I said, for me, all I think that what they're doing with this Crown Americano thing is a bite off of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, like the second coming of Mr. America.
Yep.
Yeah, and in a way, yeah, it kind of does resemble that. Even though I believe Chad Gable kind of played it much better. Because I don't want to discount Chad Gable as a wrestler, as a performer. You know, he's good talent. The reason why he's a keeper is because I believe he has, improved in so many facets. As far as in-ring ability and, outside of the ring. But I believe now all the attention is going to be holding into the character of El Grande Americano and less on Chad Gable. I wish they could do some type of a storyline where it's like, this character, El Grande Americano, this character is going to pretty much take over and it's going to get more attention from the WWE Universe more than what Chad Gable has done. And then, that way Gable could think, okay, why the heck am I even doing this for this character? It's like, what the heck am I going to leave my legacy behind when it comes to the name of Chad Gable? So, maybe they might do something on it, or I don't know. I mean, I wish they would, so that way, in a sense, they could say that, what am I doing for my legacy lately? Instead of putting all the attention on this character, it's like, what the heck am I doing for, like, when I retire or when I go into the Hall of Fame? Or, what is that going to say of my career, pretty much? Yeah, so hopefully they would do something like that, in the long run. But also, what all of this could go to is, of course, they got the event of When Worlds Collide coming up in June, I believe it's going to happen in LA. So I can't wait to see what matches are going to be in the card, who's going to get involved, how many AAA wrestlers are going to be involved, how many NXT wrestlers are going to get involved, how many from the current rosters are going to get involved. Because now it's just a matter of seeing these dream matches come true. Because I've seen clips of AAA. I mean, I don't see AAA as much like how it used to come out on cable. I don't even know if it comes out on cable still. I know it comes out on syndicated television, but I haven't seen it as of late. But I've been seeing clips on YouTube. Like, I'm into this one female wrestler called Ayedra. She's pretty good. Alberto, who used to be Alberto Del Rio, he's still around. He's still in AAA, I believe. I don't know if he's going to be involved with this look on Worlds Collide. And then there's other wrestlers. I'm thinking of one. There's one in my mind that I don't know the name to, but he's been around. And maybe this guy's going to get, hopefully, maybe involved with When Worlds Collide. So, I mean, it's just a matter of making these dream matches happen, So, I believe this Worlds Collide is going to is going to be better than all the rest, even from where supposedly Triple H participated in one back in the WCW days, to where they brought back Worlds Collide, like when it was NXT and some of these outside independent wrestlers. I think if it did happen, or maybe I'm confusing it with something else, but nonetheless, Worlds Collide, I believe, is going to be something very exciting to watch, and this one shouldn't be missed by any reason at all.
I hope it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and it's just a matter of once June comes, hopefully they start putting some book some matches and making them official, and hopefully we'll see how all of that comes out.
All right, brother, I got one for you.
All right.
I know the big subject right now is the new releases of WWE.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like Shayna Baszler, what's her name?
Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai and Braun Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is your thoughts on those cuts?
Well, I was trying. I never had a chance to see the one video of what was the reason behind those cuts, but and I'm sure I'll eventually get to that video. But for me personally, having to find out that those three talents were let go, I gotta say that for Dakota Kai, I kind of find it shocking, but at the same time, not too shocking, because this was the second time that she's been let go. They have done a lot for her. Maybe not a lot, but they've done some things for her where she has been in the spotlight, having opportunities for championships. We never got to see her actually winning championships, except for maybe the women's tag championship, along with whoever from Damage Control, whether it be the first coming of Damage Control or even the second coming of Damage Control, because some of Dakota Kai's stuff, and I enjoyed it, but at the same time it was like, having to see some of my predictions actually take place. One that's going to stand out for me was that Dakota Kai was going to be the instrumental person that was going to signify the second coming of Damage Control while they kicked Bayley out, because Bayley was just filled with too much of herself at that time, and from what we were seeing, it looked like it was going to be simply like a Japanese connection with Asuka, with Io Sky, with Kairi Sane, but the fact that they kept Dakota Kai to have it all together made a lot of sense. Even though in reality they could have just kept it as a killer Japanese connection, because that would have been, it would have been awesome if it was just them three alone, and they could have been the ones running roughshod on everybody in the women's division, or at least on the women's division of on Monday Night Raw. That's my take on Kairi Sane. With Shayna Baszler, it's like I'm not surprised, because they try to do everything they could, having Shayna Baszler involved with storylines, with factions. The last faction that she was involved in, I can't even remember the name of that last faction, that had Sonya Deville and had this other girl, Zoe Stark. Yeah, so that faction here I thought could have been a killer one, but it's like it's like you gotta have Sonya Deville at the helm of this group, and it's like, okay, it's like they're gonna have her be the desperate one so that they could show who's really the boss of this group. So it's like, in a way, it's like that shouldn't be, because everybody has something to bring to the table of sorts, and that kind of diminished my interest in that faction way too soon. But Shayna Baszler on her own, she's a killer. She's got MMA experience. Can she be valuable elsewhere? I don't see why not. As long as they have her be who she is on TV to sell out her goods, she's definitely got ways to go, and now she can get more experience anywhere. Honestly, she could go to Japan. She could be in any other organization. She could go with AEW. She could go with GCW. She could go to TNA. She could go anywhere. I believe she's got that much to offer still, while she's still, good to go. Braun Strowman, not shocked that they let him go. Um, but while this man can still move and can still operate, I believe he could be good going anywhere else. You know, he had his time with WWE. Um, he's great for as long as he have lasted. And I believe he could be great elsewhere. Honestly, he could get more experience, just like any of the other two that we just mentioned. Uh, and while we're on the subject of cuts, also the ones that got cut were some of the wrestlers from that were part of NXT, but made it to the main roster. Like for example, the ones that made it to the main roster were the Party Girls. Um, what's her name I got them in my mind, but I can't even break out the names. Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. I was disappointed. I really was disappointed. Even though they even though they have been seen on television time and time again, and been going after the tag team championships, the women's tag team championships, it just seems like it's kind of a repetitive step. But what else can you do with them? If not have them in a tag team role, they could have been put in a singles role where one of them could have had a shot at the women's Intercontinental Championship, or even the women's World Championship, since they were both on Raw. But these girls, as energetic as they are, and I was really disappointed that they had to leave, that they were let go. There was really nothing that they could do with them except like having them getting chances in a tag team role or having tag team matches, because what else were you going to do with them? And that was my disappointment as far as putting Katana Chance and Katana Carter. I mean, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. To put them to play.
Yeah, and then the other one, the next one that's supposed to be up is Shotzi.
Yeah, Shotzi got let go, and I was like disappointed, not disappointed, because she has been let go in the past, and they brought her back. So Shotzi, she can have a shot. She could be anywhere else, because I've always considered Shotzi to be, working on the outside as an independent wrestler. She could go to any other independent promotion, and just for her to be at her best anywhere else and have crazy matches with all these other women on the indie scene, and because she's so good at what she does. But lately she hasn't had enough TV time, and then at in the middle of that too, she got married not that long ago too. So I mean, it was evident that they were gonna do much with her anyways. Another name that wasn't mentioned that I found out that got cut, unfortunately for me, was Cora Jade from NXT. I was surprised that they let Cora Jade go, because recently,
I think they let go Gigi Dolan too.
Yeah, also Gigi Dolan, and these two girls. I mean, they were just recently seen on television on NXT. Gigi Dolan was a part of a tag team with Tatum Paxley. They were having matches on NXT. They were having matches in TNA. Same thing with Cora Jade. On a singles run, with hopefully maybe getting a shot at the TNA Knockouts title. And then the last thing we remember seeing was her and Roxanne Perez trying to get a shot at the women's tag team titles, until Roxanne decided to ditch her so-called frenemy, because I'll call her frenemy because they've been friends, they've been enemies, and it's like, that dynamic doesn't work as much as it used to. But Gigi Dolan, she just barely got back into the scene after she got married as well. So she was tagging with Tatum Paxley, and like I said, they were having matches in NXT, they were having tag team matches in TNA, until she just got let go. Like, that was it. And I think the last match, or the last time they were seen together, was maybe a week or two ago. And I'm all like, now that view's gonna be totally changed coming up within a matter of days once NXT comes back on TV on Tuesday. So yeah, I mean, so for some people, shocked, not shocked, because some of them have been cut, brought back, and now they're cut again. Some of them, very few of them, got cut and was shocked, and it's like, well, now that we know that they are worthy of something, they're going to be a lot more worth, for the long run. Now they're gonna see. Now we're gonna have to see if they're gonna be seen on television with TNA, or if they're gonna go to AEW, or they're gonna be on the indie scene. Whatever it is they do, it's like it's just a matter of finding out that they're elsewhere, doing what they do best. Definitely something that I want to talk about. John Cena's run so far, the fact that he became he doesn't call himself a bad guy, a heel. He's a human being nonetheless, but he's a heel. The turn at Elimination Chamber, leading up to the WrestleMania match against the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, and now after the aftermath of WrestleMania, now his next opponent is one that he knows all too well after 20 years, the Viper, Randy Orton. Doc, I gotta ask you, what was your take on John Cena's heel turn, that it finally happened after all this time?
I'm sorry to say it, but seeing him turn a heel, I'm sorry, but looking at him, like how when he started off like being Mr. Thugonomics and everything, yeah, I was a fan of him like that. And then when he became Goody Two Shoes, I was like, okay, he was a joke. I'm sorry, but seeing him turn heel, he's a lost cause.
For real?
He's a lost. I'm sorry to say, but he's a lost cause because he does not know how to be a bad guy.
Oh wow.
I can say it, but it's like what they call people in the video game. He's a tryhard.
Well, I'm surprised that's your take on John Cena being a heel. Here I thought, that in a way, he's just got done, like, I believe that he just got done selling out, being the happy-go-lucky guy, or at least trying to be the guy that has been fighting the boos, from the fans that hated him, and of course accepting the ones that were with him on the ride, only to, after 25 years, just got done, playing all that shenanigans, and that was pretty much that. He didn't want to do it no more, because now he wants to do things his own way. So, but that's my thing, and we can have this difference of opinion, but in a retrospective way, this is kind of like, and I know this is going to sound like a comparison, but this is a whole new different time, a whole new different generation. This is like, in a way, going back to the mid-1990s when Hulk Hogan turned on the fans, and he went a different route. But his route was to go with guys that came from the WWE and form this new group to go against WCW, to form the NWO. If Jay was here, he would have said, and he told me this time and time again, Jay told me that this would work if John Cena was in AEW, and if he would have went solo, or if he would have went, a different route, doing like a faction or something to go against AEW. That's where he would have, felt that this was a ride that he could have gone on. My take on John Cena being a heel, it's like, it's been a long time coming. I did not see this coming until they did give it away a little bit when John Cena hugged Cody and his face turned different when looking at The Rock, and he gave the I'll say it in Spanish. He did the matanga al chacharero signal, like finish him off, and then from there gave a little smile and then just kicked him in the nuts. And yeah, it's like, wow, okay. So it's like now John Cena's got to be credible, but we all know there's fans that are not going to believe it, or they don't want to believe it because they got used to John Cena being a babyface. It's like comparing to Stone Cold Steve Austin when they made him turn a heel back in 2001, like around WrestleMania 17 time, where Vince McMahon was involved, and later on, what came after that was the two-man power trip thing with Triple H. Here I believed it somewhat, but it didn't work for the long run because fans, they just did not want to go for this ride. They wanted to refuse to go along with this ride because they loved Stone Cold Steve Austin as the babyface. And of course, Stone Cold had a longer run, maybe of 2 more years. But the difference now with John Cena, respectively, he's only got, we're in what? We're in May now? 8 more months? 7 more months? And I'm already wondering, how long is this heel run going to last? Because honestly, I would love to see that it comes to an end, maybe hopefully at Survivor Series. And hopefully not like in December when it's the last match. But however WWE is going to play this out, I hope it's the way it's plausible for everybody, because not everybody's gonna get what they want, unfortunately. But if it's something that's plausible, I'll be okay with it.
Well, like the only reason why I say what I said about John Cena is because if you look at him, he looks so confused, not saying what to say as a heel.
As far as material for like promos and stuff?
Like material wise. When he's trying to insult somebody, it's like, dude, why are you trying so hard?
That is true. And then that at the same time that also comes up as interesting television because, they had burning sessions between John Cena and Cody, and it looks like it's gonna happen as well with John Cena and Randy Orton. So it's like, as long as there's this this thing where they blur the reality image, where they try to blend it fantasy versus reality, it's like we really don't know what the heck they're really gonna say to each other. So it's like they're having this verbal challenge of sorts and trying to see who can upstage one another. So
that's what gets me. Like every time I see him, he's like, like, dude, honestly, what the fuck is up with you?
Yeah, because I can understand, because the last thing everybody would want to hear is the fact that he brings up, oh, for the last 25 years, this, and that. For the last 25 years, this, and this, and this, and that. And for the last 25 years, this, and this, and this, and that. It's like, I think you made your point about the last 25 years. Now
it's
you
just... he keeps bringing up the same crap all over and over again. It makes me sit there and want to say, hey, how about you stop thinking like the Miz and you just do your own thing?
Yeah. Because
every time, if you notice, every time the Miz is on TV, well, I beat John Cena on this day and everything. Oh, they should have come to, we already know all that.
Yeah, it's like it ain't worth repeating. So it's like, how about you come up with something new to keep the fans' interest intact, and that way you don't lose of who already you got in the palm of your hands, So, but what do you thought of the match between John Cena and Cody Rhodes?
It was pretty good. It was actually a decent match. Um, didn't think he was gonna win it, but how I looked at it in a way, I was like, wait a minute, yeah, he's gonna get it 17.
Yeah, because even now I was shocked that because here I thought that there was no way that John Cena was gonna get 17 in this farewell tour of his, and all of a sudden he ended up getting 17. Now the question is, are we ever gonna see Cody Rhodes again? Probably not for a while. I don't know. Maybe he's gonna be the man that takes it back, the championship from him. I don't know. Maybe. I guess we'll have to wait and see because there's so many guys that John Cena could have a last match with. I'm glad that right now he's not having it with Joe Schmo, and I'm not talking about Joe Hendry or whatever. I mean, even that's one that I want to address, but I'm going to address that afterwards while we have this John Cena Randy Orton tie up. John Cena Randy Orton, they've been enemies for the longest since the Ruthless Aggression era. They had great matches along the line, especially with championships. I still haven't seen the one that they put out on the Vault, their very first match in FCW before they landed onto SmackDown back in 2002. But yeah, they had great matches over the years, and I think I believe this one for some reason could take the cake after knowing each other, after working with each other for so long. But anyway, my take on the match with John Cena, Cody Rhodes, it was a good one, a very good one. It looked like John Cena didn't need to work so hard because that looked like a walk in the park for him just to get 17. But I am looking forward to what is going to happen next with John Cena and Randy Orton coming up for Backlash in Randy Orton's backyard in St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
Yeah, most definitely. And speaking of Randy Orton, like I just mentioned seconds ago, his moment at WrestleMania to have this open challenge, and never in my wildest dreams in WrestleMania's history they were going to open that up for a TNA wrestler, currently the TNA World Champion, Joe Hendry. Now I don't know if
that was an amazement to me. I was like, wow.
I mean, it was talked about for months and months, maybe to the year, but never I thought in my wildest dreams that they're going to actually consider it and have it take place. I'm all like, what? Like, seriously? Joe Hendry? They're going to give this moment to him? And I'm not saying it like in a bad way. I'm not saying that he don't deserve it. Because back, I believe, last year or 2 years ago when this was before TNA went back to its roots, when they were still Impact Wrestling. They had 4 to 5 shows coming to Cicero, and I bought the package. Jade and we went to them. They were all outstanding TV tapings leading to Bound for Glory. Joe Hendry was everything he said that he was. The crowd believed in it so much. I mean, Joe Hendry is one hell of a performer. He's a hell of a wrestler. I mean, his gimmick is not one not to avoid being infected by. But Joe Hendry right now he's been the talk of the town. He's still the talk of the town. Couldn't have happened to a better guy, even though he lost to Randy Orton. But the one thing that he can always take with him, even if he loses his TNA championship sometime this year, well, hopefully it doesn't happen, but if it does happen to him, the one thing that you can never take away from him is the fact that he had a WrestleMania moment. That a TNA wrestler currently, a TNA wrestler had a WrestleMania moment this year with Randy Orton.
True.
That is, I'm still in shock just talking about it. It's like reliving that moment all over again. It's like, what? Like, really, this dude has got a WrestleMania moment? Like, wow. It's like, dude, you better soak all of this in because you don't know when the heck the next time you're going to be in front of 60,000 people when normally you wrestle for maybe 10, 12, maybe up to 15,000. I don't know, depending on where TNA takes its shows around the country. Like, back then, a year or two ago when we were going to these Impact Wrestling shows up in Cicero, you barely even fill the seats. But I believe I believed in that show so much. I mean, I started watching it back just maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Back when Impact at the time, they were doing their first working relationship with AEW. But they never did it again after that. I don't know what the heck went wrong. Maybe that was a one-time thing. But I guess it wasn't meant to be for the long term. But when Impact did it with WWE, now TNA did it with has still been doing it with WWE. That was more, of the long term because we got to see more excitement. We got to see more of things coming to fruition. Jay was already immediately starting putting dream matches in his head. Lucky thing for him, one of them actually came true, and that was when he saw Moose going up against Obafemi. That right there was a perfect example of having two, big time gladiators of two different galaxies just standing in front of each other, and it's like shit's about to go down now. It's like, oh my god, and Jay was trying to hold his excitement down because we were watching this late at night, and the last thing we wanted was to wake up the entire house with him like, oh my god, like shit, this is about to happen for real. That type of excitement. So it was destined, I guess, for TNA and WWE to do their working relationship for the long haul, and so far it's been working out. But now, with the addition of AAA, because WWE has acquired AAA, and I'm still shocked over that. Even I'm wondering, are they still going to keep the same people running AAA? The ones who have been in charge, are they still going to keep them in charge? It's like, are they going to keep everything the same? So I'm even wondering, how AAA is going to be running. Are they gonna consider on who's going to be in the rosters? Are they going to keep the same people on the rosters? Are they going to let some people go? Alberto comes to mind because Alberto El Patron, or whatever he calls himself, he hasn't been on one heck of a. He's been in one heck of a slope. I mean, he hasn't been the wrestler that he was back when he dated Paige, when he dated Saraya. And then things went to hell after that, and Alberto, he's been under the microscope for quite some time. I don't know how he's looking like now, but I wonder, now that it's under the WWE bannership, under the TKO bannership, is he even worth keeping in AAA? Those type of questions I ask myself when it comes to that situation.
Oh, we'll see what he does. Hopefully he's involved, because from what I've seen, he was doing pretty well as what he was doing when he was wrestling for them. Hopefully, El Patron keeps his name instead of going back to the Del Rio.
True, because as El Patron, he has raised the volume just a little bit more, and he has been, effective just a little bit more. But it would be crazy. It would be absolutely crazy to even wonder if Saraya, who used to be Paige, would consider to come to WWE again.
Well, from what they're saying, I think she did sign with them.
And it would be hell of an irony to have them both under the same house. If you know what I mean. Because they had history together. They used to be an item. They used to grow out. They used to date and all of that, but then since things went south with them, um, and it's a damn shame having to hear about the aftermath of the relationship and all of that. It's like, would they even coexist if there ever came down to a point where like they have to be in the same room, you know,
Uh,
and all of that. So yeah, all of those things, that just have me question some type of thing, and just wonder what if, or what if this happens, or what if this happens, later down along the line, and things like that, Okay, so I think we pretty much run down everything. I don't know if there was anything else that you want to talk to about, like something that happened with Raw and SmackDown, with the aftermath after WrestleMania, on what is going to happen, like right now as we speak, leading to Backlash, because we know WrestleMania was another great WrestleMania for the archives. It was another great event, another 2 night event. I loved the Vegas set. That Vegas set, on the ramp, it was just, that was a whole other.
that was really awesome.
Yeah, that was a whole other view. A really good uh, spectrum of sorts when it comes to designing, on how the entrance ramp should look like. It was fantastic. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, that's why right now I'm gonna try to save up to get the new 2K25. Want to see how that is.
Well, I'm hearing from different people that that game is pretty good. They used. I remember it caused a little controversy when supposedly the CAW community, the creator wrestler community, they made this big deal about now because of the stars that we create and they can't be on video games, it caused like quite a disruption and things like that, where it's like now the CAW cannot be a part of that or whatever. It's like that takes away from all these fans that are having like dream matches in their heads. If we can't get them for real, but we could definitely play them out in the video games, especially on 2K25, because you got that addition of Creator Wrestler, and that lit that internet section afire. And I sided with them because you really can't take away someone's creativity, especially when they put the time and effort on creating such good ass characters, or even wrestlers that were not even in the game to begin with, or even wrestlers from different companies and all of that, just to make dream matches on that video game. It's like you're taking away, a special part of their imagination, creativity, the time and effort, and all of that. So once they understood that community, that CAW community, was a big positive for these games to still be playable and for people to enjoy, it's like, okay, maybe we didn't understand how big this was. So it's like, okay, we're going to give that back to them. I don't know if that brought people back. I don't know if that's one thing where it's like, it got messed with and it's like they're never going to deal with it again. Or they have let time pass by and it's like, okay, we're going to play this game again. Or it's like, okay, I'm glad that you guys understand, we're going to play this game again. I mean, so many things. But nonetheless, 2K25, from what I hear from people, is a hell of a game. They're still playing it. Obviously, they're still glued to it. I've seen from time to time, some YouTube videos where, people can get very creative with who they create and have, matches either with Roman Reigns or with Charlotte Flair, Bianca, or Seth, or CM Punk, or anybody that's on the roster right now for 2K25. So, yeah, hopefully you get the game soon, and that way you can be creative as well. I mean, for all we know, Iceman, Brian, he's been creative as of late. I think he's got 2K25. He's been on it as well.
Yeah, I gotta see what he's if he does have it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does because I don't know if
Because the
he's.
last thing me and him were doing was like 24.
Yeah, that is true. He's been on it like, like he's been showing off on who he's got on his roster as far as creative wrestlers. So I'm assuming he's got 25. But then again, you know, only we would have to wonder if that is the case.
Because when I start up mine, I'll be doing gameplay on that and Call of Duty.
Oh, that's cool. So you're saying that maybe you're thinking of doing some gameplay yourself, like on a live stream of sorts?
Yes, sir.
That would be cool. So, how long do you think it'll be until we can expect you to do some stuff like that?
Hopefully by next week.
Oh, already?
Yeah, hopefully by next week.
Oh man, that would be cool.
I've already got my gaming card, so I just waiting for my other stuff, and then, like I said, hopefully next week I should start doing some live streaming and some stuff on Twitch. And
Yeah, that would be awesome, Doc. That would truly be awesome. You know what? You having to mention this type of news, I just want to let you know, bro. Since you've been great to me on every aspect of the way, as a brother, as a friend, I want to let you know, brother, you got Acemon X's support all the way.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
And I want to let you know whenever you decide to unleash this live streaming, I'm going to get the word out to people that I know, the communities that I'm in, and hopefully they can show you the same love and support that they have shown me as well.
You can always see me on Instagram as I am Doc Merck on Instagram. I have some video play on there. I have some on my Facebook. Just like trying to do things and start it off, but just recently, all I've been doing was just video recording with my phone and just posting it on Instagram and Facebook.
Well, that's cool. I'll also help you out to co-promote and definitely get the word out there for when you start to make your live stream gameplay debut out there.
Got you. And like I say, the first person I want, because I know you're gonna be more than happy to help me set up. Dude, I want you to be there when I start my launch.
Dude, I am there 1,000%. No doubt about it, man. I am there for you, bro.
Got you.
Appreciate it. Well, right now, currently it is 9:49 Central Time. I know I did a I did a lousy gameplay on Yokozuna, even though I've been more concentrating on what we were talking, myself and Doc here, over the gameplay of Yokozuna. But I just wanted to see if I can be a multitasker like Chris from Killer Arcade Games and such. But I've done the best that I could, and I know that we've talked a lot more than I've done more of a gameplay here on this episode of Acemon Sunday Nostalgia. So before I close this live stream, the important announcement that I wanted to make is these next couple of Sundays, I am going to be doing 2 more live streams. And once June, the month of June hits, I am going to be taking a vacation for a while. And I don't mean I'm going to leave the country or leave, vacationing to a city. I mean like I'm going to take a break from doing live streaming on YouTube because I got some personal changes going on as far as I'm gonna be helping my mom taking care of some stuff with her place. Um, Also, my dear mom, she's on the verge of retirement in the month of September, and also her birthday's gonna be coming up pretty soon, so it's gonna be a real heavy hitter for me personally because this woman, and even though Mother's Day is gonna be coming up, my mom is a hell of a warrior. She has been through so much. Um, she's a strong and very fearless example of what a fighting warrior should be.
I
And
want to wait you about this. Um, your mom is a great person, very lovely person to meet. She will do anything for anybody. She will give you the shirt off her back if she needed to. Even give you up to the last dime in her pocket if you needed the help. This woman is incredible, and I love her to death, and I am surely so happy to call her an adopted mother.
I appreciate those words, Doc. You don't know how much that means to me, brother.
Yep. She's, like I said, she's a godsend. She, like, even when like I'm down and sad and everything else, she knows how to bring me up.
I appreciate that, Doc. Thank you so much. And your mom is not that bad too. So if we're talking about moms, and we're talking very early about moms on before Mother's Day, you know, your mom is something else. I could see where you got your funny side from, and I'm glad that your mom is still around. She is just as much of a caring person as the next mom, and the fact that she can lend an ear to talk about anything. She's there, like, to give an opinion and an aspect about something in life. Um, you know, she's there, and she's great as well. And you're lucky, Doc, to have a mother like your mom. She is amazing too, and I'm glad that she's still around. At this day and age.
I'm glad that we're both here for our parents, and tell you this right now, it's like we'd be lost without them. But they're the reasons why we're so strong.
That is true. They're amazing examples, and we're the reasons why we're here. You know, uh, Doing what we do and doing the best possible way that we can. Um, and once again, I appreciate those kind words, Doc, as well as I appreciate your time for being on this live stream. Thank you so much, Doc, for joining me tonight on doing this live streaming of WrestleMania. As I played a little bit of I played on the WrestleMania arcade game, and even though I lost some matches, and I still continued all the way through till I got to the to the Intercontinental Championship. But like I said, we were focusing way too much on talking about our take on WrestleMania this year and the aftermath of it, because it was just a great show. It was off the roof, and it was something to talk about. Hopefully, we get some more of that in the next coming years. And the fact that you also mentioned about doing having your own channel and doing some live stream with gaming as well. Can't wait to see how you take this off. And like I said, I'm there for you, bro, and show you support. And yes, I will help you out setting up on whatever it is you need, bro. You know that I'm there for you, bro.
Got you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, and I will definitely love to have you next time, and it will definitely be a smash just like this first one. So, Doc, I thank you very much for joining me. You have a great night, and hope to talk to you soon. And once you get everything that you got, and just give me a holler on when you want the sub to be taken care of.
Alrighty, we'll do. And you all have a good night.
All right, thank you so much, Doc. You have a good night.
You too.
All right, take care, bro.
Alright, bye-bye.
Bye bye. All right, guys, that does it for me here as far as this live stream goes. I thank Doc once again for joining me, and I thank you guys as well for joining me tonight. It is great to be back on a Sunday doing Acemon Sunday Nostalgia. And like I said, I will be covering 2 more days of doing these live streams. Next Sunday, just watch out on what time I'm going to be doing this next episode of Acemon Sunday Nostalgia. I'm going to be doing something random with whatever I have left of my arcade library, of the main arcade library as well. I'll see what I can come up with, and then probably. Oh yeah, I just forgot. Before I totally forget, because I just ran this by Jay just hours ago. I'm going to be doing an episode called "I Suck at These Games." So I'm going to be playing some Street Fighter 2. I'm going to be playing Killer Instinct, and I'm going to be playing Primal Rage. So I'm going to be these 3 games are a perfect example. Even though I haven't played them in a while, but I have them in my library. I do enjoy them, even though at times it does get frustrating playing these games. But I would think that would be a very good theme. So that's what's going to happen for next Sunday. And then, of course, the last Sunday on Memorial Day weekend, I think I should top off the season with the last Fightcade show. So on that episode, I'm going to be doing my final episode for the season. I'm going to be doing a Fightcade episode, and I'm going to welcome all challengers. I am going to put word out there to everybody from the Tree Demon section as well, whoever has the time to join me as well and give me the fight of my life, the ass kicking of my life, or whatever it is you want to call it, and just do a little and do a big Fightcade session. I think that would be the best way to end the season for Acemon Sunday Nostalgia. Well, with that said, guys, it's already 1 minute to 10. I've already done on myself as usual. I want to thank you all once again for joining me tonight. Whoever watched it here on the live stream, but if you are watching it on the archives after this live stream has concluded, thank you so much as well. I want to thank everybody once again who has subscribed, liked, commented on these videos. On the videos that I had for already quite some time now. All of you guys rock. And the fact that I'm already at, 3.26k subscribers. Guys, you are the world to me. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it so much. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Once again, I want to thank my bro Meng Doc for joining me tonight talking about WrestleMania and the aftermath. It was a very good chat, and hopefully we can do this again soon. And yes, I will be helping out Dwight to launch his own channel, and whatever games he is addicted to or loves playing and wants to share with the world, this would be a really good start. And I will let you know on information on how you can watch his channel and what platforms he's going to be on. So with that, guys, once again, thank you very much for watching. As I will bid you adieu. And I say peace and love worldwide. Hopefully I get to see all of you next Sunday. Enjoy your work week coming up tomorrow, and I will hopefully see you all next Sunday. Take care and have a great night.